Investigative journalist and author Peter Hasson speaks out on why big tech poses a current threat to its users and on this year's election. One America's Dana Alexa has a report.
4 of the most powerful CEOs testified before Congress this past week over concerns that their businesses may be harming competition. But that's not the only thing that they were pressed on. The heads of Amazon, Apple, Facebook, and Google were asked about the censorship of conservative voices on their media platforms. Investigative journalist and author of the book, The Manipulators, Peter Hasson, tells One American News the silencing comes from those within the company who hold left-wing political beliefs.
They're staffed basically exclusively by far-left partisans who are intent on using their positions of power inside these companies to advance their far-left goals.
Hasson says these elite-approved narratives are shaping not only what public opinion is, but what ideas are made available to users who are now trapped in a single thought bubble within the corporate monoculture.
Because if you can control what people are allowed to say and what people are allowed to see, you can ultimately control what they're allowed to think.
And what they think is especially imperative as the 2020 election is underway.
Tech companies have consistently been much tougher on conservative speech in election years. And that's not a coincidence, because that is when conservative speech has the most impact, when people are deciding who they're going to vote for, to who they're going to send to Washington.
For several hours last week, conservative-leaning sites like Breitbart, Drudge Report, and the National Pulse disappeared from Google search results. This while the New York Times and the Washington Post remained visible. The company says it was just a glitch. But a glitch that inadvertently targets conservatives is a glitch worth probing. Meantime, implications of waging a war or prompting hate crimes are given surprising leeway. Iran's Ayatollah Ali Khamenei called for the removal of the, quote, Zionist regime by using firm, armed resistance against Israel, a tweet that did not get flagged. So how do these tech titans decide which speech is hateful from others? And how do they get away with it?
The entire concern about misinformation and all of the rules about misinformation are really just a pretext to allow the people in control to silence the people that they want to silence and to help the people that they want to help. And that means silencing people on the right and helping people on the left.
But what happens to those on the other side of the aisle? Do they face the same vitriol? After much investigation, Hasson says no.
Joe Biden has repeatedly pushed misinformation about coronavirus and the president's response to it. But you don't see that same outcry about, oh, how can he push misinformation online?
Furthermore, Hasson says this type of silencing isn't just disruptive to conservative voices, but for the country as a whole. Dana Alexa, One American News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.